welcome to my bookshelf. My name is Stoppy, and today we are going to go over what's currently on my physical TBR list. I don't have that many books on my physical TBR list because I have not bought that much books since college, and the ones I have is either been gifted or I bought it with my own money. I have 4 books plus 2 book series that are in book boxes to go over today. But first, what is a TBR list? A TBR list is a to be read book. I have so these books I have not read yet, but I want to read. Everyone's different when it comes to what is on their physical TBR list. People have like bookshelves behind them. I only have one bookshelf that you can see in the background. I don't have that many books on it right now. I have a lot of my old books downstairs, but those books I believe I have read. If there are any books I have not read down there, I do plan to read them in the future. These are the books I have up in my room currently. And we are going to start with the books I have that are not in the box sets that I have over here. So in my last video, I mentioned I'm currently reading Percy Jackson series. The current book I am reading is The Chalice of the Gods by Riordan. That is how I love that book. It's been good. I'm almost done with it. Once I'm done with that, I plan to read the next book in that series, which is The Wrath of a Triple-Headed Goddess. I love the cover art. Don't get me wrong. I love the cover art. This will be the second quest. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not going to try and give spoilers from what I know about the books, but this is the second quest out of 3 in Percy Jackson's quest to get recommendation letters by any god. So, he has to do 3 quests, and this is the second one. What I think, who the goddess that he has to help, I don't know anything else, by the way, is Hecate. If you don't know me, I'm a Greek mythology nerd, and I'm proud of that. I've been a nerd, I grew up reading the Percy Jackson books. I am 25% Greek. I love this book series. I have the movie posters back there, but I'm excited to read this book. And it is one of my favorite book series. Well, it still is. And I'm excited to read it. Also, for people to give a heads up, you don't need to read The Sun and the Star to know what's going on in this book series. But you do need to read The Trials of Apollo, because there are stuff mentioned in it. I'm not going to say anything more, but that is what I want to say when it comes to reading the Percy Jackson's senior year adventures. On to the next book. This is also from another childhood favorite book series I read. Not Harry Potter. But it is by Suzanne Collins. It is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Also, I do love this book cover. It is amazing. I read The Hunger Games. I have watched the movies. And this movie, I read the books before I watch any of the movies. I have read the Percy Jackson books before the movies and the TV show. I've read the original Hunger Games series. But this is my first time reading, it'll be, the first time reading, the one of the spin-off books from the Hunger Games. But this is from the 10th games. I've heard good things about this book in general. And the movie was good, but I want to go into this with an empty mind without knowing any spoilers. I barely know anything that has happened in the 10th games, but I've heard a little things, but I'm trying to keep myself from knowing spoilers. Hence why I'm trying to do stuff spoiler free for people who may not know. But yes, the main character is Lucy Gray in this book. Hungarians have a tendency to have like a female-led character, which I love. And we get to see a couple old characters from the original book series. That's all I know. But that is the second book out of 4 that are part of miniseries, but not part of the box sets I have. You can see a little bit of the box set I have, but you don't know what it is. Next one we have. So, the next 2 books, I found the authors originally through TikTok. And honestly, how I found them was through their skits about the characters from either the book that I'm going to show you next, or from the book, or an upcoming book, which I am excited for. There's a few authors I want to read that I don't have their books yet. But the next book I found the author through TikTok, and this book is based off of the skits from these characters, which is the assistant to the villain. Also, I want to appreciate the cover of the book. It is very much on theme. Also, my first sprayed edge. I don't know if it's sprayed edge or not. I don't know. But this is about the female. It's also a female character, Evie, who's looking for a new job, and she ends up working for someone. But I'm excited. Love the art. Hannah Nicole Maeher, I'm sorry if I butchered the last name. She is amazing. She has great creativity, so I'm excited to read this book in the future. Especially since I found her through TikTok, and I love that. Next book I have is also another author I found through TikTok. For them, this book is not based off of their TikTok series, but it's based off it's their debut novel, but they pretty much I've always loved their creativity and what they talk about. Also, I'm excited because this has autistic and representation. Their series on TikTok, Cafe Latte, I love it. They bring a lot of representation, and they do their research. So thank you. The book I'm talking about is Citadel by C.M. Alongi. It's a sci-fi book. One of the first ones I have will be the first actual sci-fi book that I've read. So I'm excited to read this. It's a non-verbal character. Love that representation. Autistic woman. I love C.M. Alongi. She is amazing. Her books are great. Their series is great on TikTok, Cafe Latte, so I'm excited. And this is about, it brings up a lot of things, a human city in an alien world is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what comes out of this book. I'm also excited to read more of her books in the future. I'm excited for The Witch That Trades with Death, and I believe the book title's The Iron Witch, which is it's based off of the Cafe Latte series. I'm going to put most of these books down in the description, and I have chapters for how long each one is. But I'm excited to read all these books. I did not finish a book. I've never DNF, but it might change in the future, but I'm excited to read the current ones. So then the 2 box sets. They are both from the same universe. I found this series through Netflix, actually. I'm very sad there was no season 3. That should not have been a cancellation. There's a lot of movies and books, like TV shows. This is the one exception about my rule about seeing the TV show before the books, or it is different, and I know that. But I like the TV show, but I do know that it's different from the book series a little bit, but same characters. And that book series is Shadow and Bone. Shadow and Bone the universe is the Geisha-verse. Love the characters from the TV show. I'm excited to see what's different from the TV show compared to the books. Next time I start reading a series, I believe after the Ballad of Songbirds, I'll be starting Shadow and Bone. I'm excited to read this series. Leigh, sorry if I butchered the last name, but if I said same universe, the other book is Six of Crows. Six of Crows were some of my favorite characters in the TV show. So I'm excited to read most of these books in the future. I plan on reading most of them. I usually read one book at a time. I am not on a book buying ban, just a heads up. I'm just currently reading the books at my own pace. Also, you should follow me on my other social medias. I plan to do videos more. It just won't be as concurrent. But I do appreciate y'all for watching and listening to what's currently on my physical TBR list. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments. You can also tell me some book recommendations from just the books I have. I do have a spreadsheet with all my current TBR, but most of them are not physical TBR, mostly digital. I do prefer physical reading because I can bring stuff around. I know some people are different with that, but if you have any recommendations, put them down in the comments. But yeah, thank you all again. See you next time. Peace out.